Игорь нам изменяет.
Что пишет?
То это его позвали это на катку.
Нет?
Арк ему зашел.
Старый видос для этого стрима.
What goes through the mind of a psycho? We are about to find out.
Say hello to a torturing nightmare! Aboard the pain wagon!
Последний стрим или нет? Все. Запустил уже. Можешь заходить.
Да. Задержка, но уже не такая. Хотя все равно такая же.
Нет, я задержку маленькую поставил.
Где-то 8 секунд. Задержка.
Наименьшая задержка стоит.
Печально. Ну ладно.
Love this town. The city of endless opportunity. Ready to get your cherry popped? Yeah, come on.
City like any other. Just
Кому
bigger.
досталось?
No, mano.
О,
Not just any other
Жень.
city. Legends are born here.
6, 5, 5, 2, 1, 0.
Hello and welcome to the Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020 pre-show. I'm Kyle Rossman, and this is my hot and sticky apartment. I realize I
Началось.
have a lot of questions right now. Like, who is this guy?
Это магия. Я на двух экранах одного того чувака вижу. Жень,
Just to be clear, this is the
Да.
pre-show.
я.
You and me, for the next
Это
40
черная
minutes, I'm
магия.
excited about Opening Night Live proper, the big show. That
А
one
прикинь бы еще
was
третий экран
nice.
был бы.
That one's got Jeff Keighley.
На
That
стене
one's got a
висел бы,
budget.
я вообще
It's
бы на
gonna be
трех
fancy
телевизорах смотрел одного
looking.
чувака.
Not like this. And then you might be thinking, wait,
Жень, пиши что
is
в
the
чат.
next 20 minutes just this guy with his headband talking to me about stuff? No.
Чё?
It's gonna be some of that, but most of the
Я
show
только
is
запустил
trailers. We
стрим,
have
да,
really
Жень?
good trailers right here for the pre-show.
Уже
Then
5 лайков за
my job
несколько
is just to
секунд.
smile at you and fill time in between trailers. In fact,
Написала Куся
I think
быки,
we'll
блин.
start off with a trailer. We'll talk
Куся.
about opening
А,
night
ты уже
live.
все
It's gonna be
модератор.
big and fun and awesome, but I feel like the best way to kick off a
Эй.
pre-show is just to get right into one.
Бяки, я хотела написать.
Бяки.
Is a game
Андрюха,
that was just
привет.
announced earlier this year at an Inside Xbox event
Куси,
from
бяки.
Bandai Namco. This
И
is
Андрюха зашел.
Scarlet Nexus.
Уже 6 человеков смотрят стрим. Xbox. Что-то интересное показывает. Жень, наша тематика, походу, да?
Intruders were just detected.
Андрюхе тоже тогда там модераторку. Что надо учиться? Жень,
Да.
на Discord группу скинешь? Чат.
На какую?
То самое.
Там, где мы смотрим? Или что?
Да.
Я не поняла.
Где мы всегда сидим? Тихо. Ладно, все, сейчас найду, посмотрю.
То я не поняла. Что ты от меня хочешь?
Discord. Ссылку.
Ссылку на Escape Reality?
Да,
Все, я в чат кидаю, да?
да, вперед. Если кто хочет, подписывайтесь, мы сидим там все, общаемся. Дмитрий, что там, Дмитрий? Дмитрий, привет.
And I'm Kyle Bossman, not a movement. For the next 20 minutes,
Буду в
less
этот он
than,
так
much
смотреть,
less
где
than now,
увлекаемся.
we are counting down the minutes.
Заходите в
until the big
Discord,
show,
да, на
opening
самом
night
деле,
live,
там
in which
весело,
you're gonna get
общаемся,
fresh
можно
looks
команду
at
найти,
Fall Guys Season 2,
людей найти,
Destiny
с
2,
кем будет интересно
Call of Duty
поиграть.
Black Ops Cold War was just announced yesterday. We're already going to see more of that tonight.
Маленькая
Lots of things
рекламочка.
to see. Sydney Goodman from IGN is going to be giving out the Gamescom awards for Best
Думаю,
PC
ты не
game, Best
сможешь, у нас там
PlayStation
до
game,
2.
Best
Женя,
Xbox
ты до
game,
4
as
взял?
well as talking about some brand new shows from IGN that they are
Ну,
debuting this
смотри
week
сам.
at Gamescom.
А сколько
Lots of
надо?
stuff. And I know
Ладно,
it
да.
is going to be a chunky, thick show. But in the meantime, for this pre-show, it is time now for another world premiere on our end. The game next that we're going to see is called Quantum Error. And parents, let me
Давай
warn you
сейчас
now,
посмотрим субтитры есть
time to
здесь
put
на
the
русском
kids to
языке.
bed. 'Cause it's about to
Нет.
get
Надо
scary
все-таки
out
загенерировать,
here.
почему-то их нельзя.
I don't care if you're in the Western
Да,
Обычно
Hemisphere
можно.
and it is the afternoon.
Не могу пожаловаться, все
Put
на
the
них.
kids to bed.
Какие они бяки.
Вообще кроме бейки. Нет. Все, разворачиваем. Что-то новое показывает опять.
Это Resident Evil какой-то.
Не, походу новый Doom показывают.
Точно, точно, точно.
Это Doom же. Там он сразу сказал.
А, у меня отключено все.
Ага.
Я не слышу, я только...
Humanity's reach will be infinite.
Интересно.
Блин, они говорили, что будет интернационально. Я думала, это... будут еще субтитры на всех языках.
Женя нас наебали.
We've got a lot more world
Да я
exclusive
заметила.
trailers to go, more pre-show to go, and interview with Jeff Keighley. Next up, we have
Ну
a
еще
car
где.
brand synonymous with
Кстати,
racing
сегодня
and
новая
innovation,
халява
and a key
на
partner
Epic
of
Games. Не
Gamescom for
забываем
years,
забирать.
Ford. They're about to exclusively reveal the first
Наушники
ever car made
необычные.
with gamers for
Сразу скажу.
gamers.
Обычные
Check it out.
наушники у меня.
Ford knows racing. In 2019,
Подожди, даже не
brought our
вспомнить, что
love of
заиграть.
racing to gaming,
Team-
and Team Fordzilla was born. And that was just the beginning.
О, понял, что за игра.
In May, we launched Project P1 to design a car in collaboration with gamers for gaming. This project was a global first, and our designers let their imagination go wild. So on to our first global announcement. Please welcome our first ever Team Fordzilla Project P1 model.
Типа новые машины показывают. Ничего себе. Форд. Новый Форд. Go. Ну, так себе машина на самом деле выглядит.
Зато светится, блин.
Нет. У меня вот так же мышка
And now
светится.
our second global announcement. You got us so excited with Project P1 that we are now committing to make a real world version of this groundbreaking car.
Сейчас пока минуту отойду, пока все вот это идет.
If I didn't have
Oh,
games,
Baba.
I guess I would just be writing a lot more. Video games and writing are absolutely my two favorite passions, and I just managed to combine them into a job. So I feel like, honestly, I probably would have finished a couple of books.
If there were no games, what else would I do? I mean, I like tech, but you need to do things on the technology. And so if I can't play things, if I wasn't into gaming, yeah, it'll be a lot of TV watching.
If there's out there a universe where I'm not a gamer, then I probably would start to game.
I think I would try something to put some smile on the face of everyone.
I would watch a lot more movies and read more books and get bored.
Welcome back to the Opening Night Live pre-show. This is only the second year of ONL existing, but I think it is safe to say that this year's will be unconventional. So to tell us what to expect from
Просто
the show
Gamescom
this year,
DN написать или тебе скинуть его снова?
we are now joined by Jeff Keighley, host and executive producer of Opening Night Live. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing great, Kyle. How are you?
I'm doing okay. So back in April, Gamescom said we're going digital this year. When did you start thinking about ONL and how that's going to look?
Well, we knew last year we were going to do another ONL this year because it was a big success. But yeah, we had no idea what format it was going to take. Normally we are in Cologne. This year we're doing it from Los Angeles. But actually, Gamescom came to me and said, we definitely want to do ONL. It's a digital event for the whole world. So even if we don't have something physically in Germany, we still want to do this show with you. And I said I was doing Summer Game Fest, and maybe we can bring all these things together to create this grand finale for the show. And all summer I was really hoping to do a show that was a little bit bigger than I've been, broadcasting from home here for many months, and I wanted to do something with
кстати, вообще целый день Gamescom будет с 11, по-моему, по берлинскому времени.
So is it going to be just as long as a regular show?
Yeah, we have like 2 hours of stuff to show folks from across the industry. Like the big stuff, the biggest games out there like Call of Duty, and then a lot of really, interesting titles. Of course, we're going to have some amazing next-gen stuff in the show, and Fall Guys Season 2, which
кстати, похоже наушники какой-то очкарика есть.
So it's really fun to have like the big and the small and the surprises and next-gen.
Но это я не думаю, что это битса by Doctor 3.
Is it going to be just back-to-back trailers?
Ну, у меня, например, битсы вот эти, тоже такие золотые.
We'll definitely see trailers. You will see some extended gameplay demos of some titles as well. There will be a few interviews.
Я, кстати, их сегодня рассматривала.
We've got some special guests. And one thing I will say kind of right out of the gate is that this is not sort of wall-to-wall shock and awe announcements of new games similar to last year at Gamescom. We have some really big updates on games that fans
Все кричат это, короче, в немецком чате, что хотят Skyrim 2 или этот Mass Effect 4.
And we have lots of great things planned for the Game Awards, but similar to last year, this is really a showcase of like big holiday games coming next year that you know about. So, I would tell people to set their expectations to be really meaningful updates on existing games versus blowing you away with, surprise shock announcements.
Great. Jeff, I'm personally looking forward to the show.
Well, me too. It's been really fun to build this, but even working with our team, it's been challenging to do things safely in the era of COVID, and it's meant a lot to me that Gamescom has said we still want to do this show, and I think for all of us in the industry, we want that big showcase. So I'm just really excited to honestly like leave home, do like have a set, and you'll see we've got like screens and lights, and it's if we do it right, we're gonna hopefully create that magic moment that we haven't felt this summer, right? And a lot of the events this summer have been pre-taped, and they've been great and lots of cool game info. But I really wanted to do something live with a lot of energy to it. So if we do things right, that's what people are about to see.
Very cool. Good luck with everything.
Thanks, Kyle. Thanks for hosting the pre-show.
I'm doing my best. So just so we're all on the same page about what just happened, that was basically an interview with my boss using questions that I mostly already know the answers to. So considering all that, I think that went pretty well. Next up, we do have another world premiere trailer, baby. Vroom vroom honk honk for Dirt 5.
Я понял, что по гонке что-то будет сейчас.
Dirt, да.
Приехал. Вот я не пишу.
Вот эта машинка похожа на твою мышь.
Жестко, да? Так же светится, да? Респект. Леша, плохо слышно. Смотрите, Жень, ты тут?
Руку с рта
So you
убери.
think like a vampire bit a car and sucked out gas?
Ну, мне нормально, тебя слышно. Я не знаю,
be
как
continued.
насчет чата.
It is now time for the part
Пишут,
of the
типа, в чате
pre-show.
мы плохо.
that I've been reading your
тебя не
live
очень
comments.
хорошо слышно.
I see them right now. Everybody's blowing up, demanding Kyle's 10 reasons to be excited for opening night live. Well, let's kick it off. Reason number 10 to be excited for opening night live 2020, feeling excited for next gen again. Number 9, Jeff Keighley wardrobe reveal. Number 8 reason to be excited for opening night live 2020, Destiny trailers are usually pretty good. Number 7, it will mean this pre-show is finally over. Number 6, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Number 5 reason to be excited for ONL 2020. Number 7,
Shadow drops?
it will mean this pre-show is finally over. Number 6, Call of Duty
4,
Black Ops Cold
Fall
War.
Guys
Number
season
5
2.
reason to be
Number
excited
3
for
reason to be
ONL
excited for
2020. Actual gameplay from a mysterious PlayStation 5 exclusive. Ooh. Number 2, everything else in my life sucks right now. And the number 1 reason to be excited for opening night live 2020, Jeff Keighley said it's gonna be good.
Против стрима ты тише.
Of a Switch version of a popular game
Его слышно
from
больше, да?
2018 that can only be described as.
Да, я громко вообще. Тоже.
Ты громко? Давай.
И я громко очень. Нет, ты себя, наверное, добавь. Тебя же плохо слышно.
Не, после на стриме я тебе прибрал просто фу. Было на максимум у меня. Мега тоже. А сейчас как, смотри же. Пах юрского периода. Вот я сам скажу, у меня есть на ПК такая игра. Сейчас решили сделать на приставку. Фу, на консоль. Я не знаю, как ее назвать эту штуку. Что это такое? Мне непонятно, на самом деле.
Нет, ты сделай себя громче.
Как громче, Жень?
Ну, на стриме.
А я не могу тут сделать. Это максимум. Я тебя только могу в этом убавить. И игру убавить. Все убавил тебя же.
That's it. That's all we have for you in this very pre-show. Please be excited for the actual opening night live, in which you'll see some Destiny 2, you'll see Fall Guys Season 2, you'll see Black Ops Cold War, that mysterious PlayStation 5 demo, some things we've probably never heard of before. I think it's going to be a very good show. I'm personally excited about it. Me! I should thank you, actually, for putting up with my nonsense for the last 20 minutes. It is appreciated, but seriously, enjoy the show.
Жопа.
So what's the plan?
Да.
Take control of our
Ассасин.
When we feel out
Не
of
знаю, не
place,
знаю. Тоже не
disconnected,
знаю.
and divided.
Думал, это только знаю. Вот это не знаю.
Do we have what it takes
По-моему, это
Ассасин.
Borderlands.
Это я знаю.
to be heroes?
What we're doing here could change things forever.
Tonight, we bring the world together.
You're with us now.
We celebrate who we are.
This is humanity's chance to repent.
And what we are.
I'm with you every step of the way.
The future of gaming. Welcome to Gamescom, opening night live. Jeff Keighley, and welcome to Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020. Now, this year, Gamescom is, of course, a little different than normal, and I hope all of you and your families are safe and healthy at home. In 2020, games have comforted and connected us more than ever. And with the launch of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X later this year, games are only going to get better. Well, all summer, I was hopeful we could get to this very moment, a big live showcase filled with more than 35 games to kick off Gamescom 2020. Tonight, you'll get a first look at Fall Guys Season 2 and an extended gameplay demo of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation 5. Plus, we might have a couple surprises along the way, too. But before we start, I want to acknowledge and thank all the game developers, marketers, and publishers who have worked under challenging circumstances to keep us entertained. This show is nothing without them or my production team, and doing a show at this scale safely is not easy, especially when all of you at home have some pretty insane expectations. I hope tonight reminds you why you love to play games. And with that, we're going to move on to our first game, with a game that was just announced yesterday, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And joining me is Dan Vondrak from Raven to tell us about the game and give you an exclusive sneak peek.
Как меня сейчас слышно?
Good, Jeff. Thanks for having me here. This has been a dream project for us to work on from nearly the beginning of development. We knew Black Ops.
Послушай, как меня на мэн слышно? Жень? Послушай. Сейчас нормально слышно, да, Жень? У меня микрофон переключился на другой.
Well, you start playing with Black Ops, everyone wants to know characters. We saw yesterday in the reveal trailers, some familiar faces. So, Woods, Mason, break it down. How does this fit into the Black Ops canon? You said it's a direct sequel, so are we going to see a lot of familiar faces?
Такое оставлю. Или сейчас попробую другой поставить.
Yeah, part of the fun in making this game was bringing back the iconic characters like Woods and Hudson and Mason, and seeing how all those personalities mix with some of the new characters. So the campaign takes place in 1981, and we love that we've been able to have so many connections to the original Black Ops and really be that direct sequel of the game.
Now, one thing that I'm really excited about this is you're pushing the storytelling in kind of a new direction with some branches and some options about how you play through the campaign. Can you maybe walk us through your thinking there?
Yeah, one of the driving forces from early in development was to say, let's take this Black Ops thrill ride and infuse it with some player choice and some player freedom. Anything we can do to give the player a little more ownership over their experience. So that starts with allowing the player to create their own character for the Cold War campaign. They can name them and pick a military background and really pretend they are that Black Ops soldier that they want to be. From there, we wanted to take some of our missions and infuse optional objectives, multiple paths, and some player choice moments inside some of those missions, and it was fun to find that balance between the hard driving comedy action and these more non-linear experiences inside some of the missions. So with choice comes the player wanting to feel that impact. So some of those choices earlier in the game and some towards the end will actually shape the ending of the narrative of the campaign.
All right, so multiple endings to this game.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That was one of the big things for us. It's like we love that Black Ops has always been willing to take risks, and we all know they did some of this in Black Ops 2.
Как раз Андрюха, это хочешь поиграть в Call of Duty?
We love playing homage to those early Black Ops games.
Oh yeah, I remember the numbers.
Как раз он вчера про нее мне рассказывал.
Excited to see more of it. I know multiplayer reveal is coming in September, but since you got a switch there, maybe you could flip the switch on something exclusive for us. What are you going to see?
Yeah, absolutely. This is really exciting because this will be the first time we've done this outside the walls of the development studio. This is a scene from earlier in the game, and it's a critical point that really shows the narrative of the world, shows this threat that our heroes are going to be battling. So let's take a look.
Сейчас Халик покажет.
1943. Detailed information from the Manhattan Project was stolen from Los Alamos by the Russian spy known as Perseus. 1968, the Vietnam War.
Прикольно будет поиграть мне, на самом деле.
attempted to steal an American-made nuclear bomb from a U.S. firebase. 5 days ago, while on a mission, we acquired intel that Perseus is in play again and planning an attack on the West. Perseus. CIA's analysts consider him to be the single largest threat to the free world.
Mr. Hudson, we're all aware of Perseus. We're also aware he's more myth than fact. I mean, personally, I think he's nothing more than the Russian boogeyman.
Потому что плохие русские. Ну да.
CIA clandestine special officer Russell Adler.
Не, ее могут выпустить, но если уберут знаки России, Советского Союза и этого всего, тогда только выпустят ее.
Yeah, then a lot of innocent people are gonna die. Why do you say that?
Sir.
Every time Perseus has come into play, it shifted the balance of the Cold War. After 13 years of silence, if he's active, something big is gonna happen.
Я по факту модулов поставил только на этот видос. Даже. Чтобы никто не спамил. Я просто буду это смотреть, а...
Mr. President.
Sir.
Mr. President.
Президент.
Mr. President, this is Jason Hudson and Russell Adler.
I know their names. Who do you think approved their last mission? Is the threat real?
Yes, sir, we believe it is.
Так точно.
Stop Perseus.
We can, sir. I've already submitted the requisition for my team.
Sir, their requests are highly irregular. Illegal if the press gets a hold.
What the hell are you talking about? You know who we are?
Every mission we go on is illegal.
Sergeant Woods, plausible deniability is the backbone of our work.
Al, we're talking about preventing an attack on the free men and women of the world. Give Mr. Adler whatever he wants. Gentlemen, you've been given an important task. Protecting our very way of life from a great evil. There is no higher duty. There is no higher honor. And while few people will know of your struggles, rest assured, the entire free world will benefit. I know you won't fail.
Жень, ты тут? Женя.
У нас все хорошо.
Такая это... Минута молчания, да? Такое чувство, как будто он лагает. Даже. Сам чувак. Нет, сам чувак.
Возможно.
Дела нормально у меня. Ого. Что-то интересное даже.
Что-то новенькое?
Угу.
Музыка хорошая.
Угу. Я сегодня стримить точно не смогу долго. Где-то еще часик.
Let's get to the gameplay. One of this year's biggest games has been Doom Eternal. Tonight we've got an exclusive first look at the campaign expansion called The Ancient Gods Part 1. Check this out.
Сейчас на дом увидим. Надо садиться поудобнее. Новый дом выходит. Жень. У меня такое чувство, что сегодня игр покажет как минимум еще полчаса. По моему ощущению.
А потом?
Все.
Посмотрим, что будет.
Потому что эти ролики, как я сейчас показываю, до этого показывали, когда заставка у меня шла, как раз вот эти ролики шли там. Представляешь, Жень?
Ну, не забывай, Gamescom будет идти 4 дня.
Деньги были бы с удовольствием, уехал бы туда. Может, на следующий год туда поеду.
Ну, ее нету, она только онлайн. В
Не.
следующем году, возможно, будет.
Одно из двух. И команда же тоже будет в этом году. Или кто она?
Или если она вообще тоже будет.
Она будет тоже так же.
Тоже онлайн.
Да, в следующем году, кажется. А может, даже съездим на 3 дня.
Tonight, Casey Hudson and the team wanted to give everyone around the world a little taste of what's next. Casey, over to you.
Hey Jeff, it's great to see you again. You know, 6 years ago, we were on the stage with you at the 2014 Game Awards, accepting the Game of the Year for Dragon Age Inquisition. And since then, we've been imagining new ways to use next-generation technology to bring the world and characters of Dragon Age to life. We're still in early production.
Сейчас не сделаем, если что.
And our passionate team of developers are crafting this very special game.
I've been at BioWare for a really long time, so I've got to see it grow up and turn from a company of 35 people to a company of more than 300 people.
There's amazing people in the industry. There's amazing stories to be told with other people.
I love that character so much.
We're very experimental here at BioWare, so we're always coming up with new stuff.
We're always trying to improve, innovate, and bring new characters to life for our players and fans to enjoy.
Что-то знакомое.
СТРИМ случайно?
Нет.
Музыка похожа.
Музыка, да. А может, попади, это и есть. Вот. СТРИМ. Он прикольный девчонка.
Ага, Dragon Age.
Dragon Age. Инквизиция. Я жгу, какая-то песня знакомая.
Ну, Dragon Age.
Ты играл?
Да.
Я бы тоже играл. Люди, посмотрите, пишите, пишите. Мне же интересно читать, что вы пишете на самом деле. Общение с вами приносит мне огромное удовольствие.
What happens when the people in charge aren't willing to address the issues?
The things that you can expect in the next installment are going to be stories that focus on the people around you and the friends and family you make.
Something that we'll be able to look forward to in Dragon Age is a really close relationship with game characters who really become real for you.
We want characters to either be loved or hated.
Можешь от телефона взять капельки.
Half the community wants to kill him, half the people want to marry him, and another
Походу они хотят инквизицию в какую это делать.
Да, вторая инквизиция.
BioWare and EA has been one of the forerunners in using motion matching technology, and that makes it way more realistic when you're looking at the characters and the way they walk and move and interact with the world.
Players want that suspension of disbelief that this wonderful collection of digital pixels is actually a living soul.
No, it's okay. That's the good kind of rumble.
Design bosses, I help with the creature design team as well.
У нас у больших типа такие же глаза, можно сказать. Заметно?
Choice is a big part of what Dragon Age is as a franchise. The decisions you make can affect change in the world.
Decision making can mean that a party member lives or a party member dies. And it means owning your outcome and reactivity to the choices that you do make.
I love the possibilities that Dragon Age offers us, and I'm excited to explore a lot more of them.
Не твой, а этот.
To me, that potential is what gets you up in the morning. It's a fantastic opportunity every time.
Или просто рассказать, как инквизицию создавали. Нет, я думаю, не будет. Назад в будущее. Все вспомнили. Назад в будущее.
Great Scott!
Oh.
I think there's been a serious miscalculation.
Wow, wait, you're, what's his name? Back to the Future?
I'm Emmanuel Brown, doctor of physics, not of medicine, and certainly not that quack from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, we know who you are, but what are you doing here?
I did come back from the future to this precise moment on August 27, 2020, because it's imperative we launch Surgeon Simulator 2 right now.
And what exactly do you have to do with Surgeon Simulator?
In the mid-20th century, some friends of mine from Shire University invented a state-of-the-art medical training facility, otherwise known as the Surgeon Simulator Training Program. Now, 7 years later,
it's the
experience. It's unbelievable. You can access the program through your computer and then be medically trained from the comfort of your keyboard. And it's available as of Great Scott, this very moment. Tonight, I want to work a few examples of some of the incredibly successful test subjects who have already completed the course.
So you're saying a world premiere will save our future?
Only time will tell. And speaking of time, I'm off to another world premiere, Avengers 26, The Return of the Son of Thanos, opening 2077. And with that, I leave the fate of the human race in your hands. Just make sure you play Surgeon Simulator 2. Now, doctor's orders.
Интересно даже. Я первую часть не играл.
Чё, при чём тут назад в будущее это?
Это прикол. О, можем втроем играть будет, даже четвером, Жень. Соло. Руку оторвал, ногу. Ты это видишь, Жень? Что за наркомания?
Да, вообще.
В чем прикол назад в будущее? Показывают докторов.
Тоже я не понял. Насчет доктора понятно, но нет того же доктора.
Уже доктор другого. Показывают доктора. Тут непонятно. На самом деле. Ну, что-то новенькое.
Что-то дядя уже не в первой свежести. Не Покемон Гоу случайно.
Нет, это зомби. Сейчас он телефон найдет, прикинь, такой и увидит игру. Ну, генератор. Это что такое еще?
Это местные гопники, у него сейчас этот компьютер...
Ходящие мертвецы, что ли? Да. Что за... Ну, честно слово, говоря.
Tonight is just the start of Gamescom 2020. Over the next 3 days, there are more streams from IGN Web Media with in-depth looks at games, a digital cosplay contest, and some special new shows just for Gamescom. Your portal for all things Gamescom this year is Gamescom Now, which you can check out at gamescom.global. Now, one game you'll hear more about later on IGN's post-show is this one, a return of 2 classic characters that I love. Check this out.
In a world gone strange.
Что там? О, это что такое?
Тоже какая-то наркомания. Еще мышь матюкается.
Я даже не хочу обсуждать эту игру. Понял, что за игра это, кажется.
Стёп какой-то.
Не, мне кажется, вспомнил, что за игра это. Может, Стёп, может, нет.
Не, ну Стёпная такая игра.
The return of Sam and Max. Yes. All right. And now it's time to say hello to my wonderful co-host for ONL from IGN. Please say hello to Sydney Goodman.
Thank you, Jeff. What's up, everyone? I'm Sydney Goodman, and I am thrilled to be here. Gamescom is always such a fun event, and throughout the show tonight, I'll be telling you about all the different ways that IGN is involved in this year's festivities. I have an award to announce. The winner of Best Nintendo Switch Game is Little Nightmares 2. Huge congratulations. Like I said, IGN is going to be here for all of Gamescom with great shows such as the Gamescom Studio, where you can find me and my co-hosts for all day long games content, interviews, dev talks, and more.
Жень, посмотри, один из нас там вообще будет такой момент.
Да, я видела у тебя, ты его за это.
That premieres Saturday, August 29th at 7 p.m. Central European Time, so be sure to tune in for more announcements and special guests.
Зацензурил.
And now, let's go back to Jeff for our next big world premiere.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sid. We are so excited to see what's in the Gamescom studio and also awesome indies, and I'm going to be on the Daily Show tomorrow.
Позавидовал, да?
All right, well, on to our next game. In the next World of Warcraft expansion, players will journey beyond the mortal world of Azeroth to a place where no living soul has set foot before. The Shadowlands, the afterlife of an entire Warcraft universe. The infinite realms of the Shadowlands are watched over by different factions known as covenants, each holding dominion over a different aspect of the afterlife. And depending on how someone lived their mortal life, they may end up as part of one of these covenants when they cross over into the Shadowlands. Today, we're excited to give you a closer look at the noble and pure Kyrian covenant from the realm of Bastion, who are charged with carrying the souls of the dead into the realms. So sit back and get ready for the world premiere of Bastion, the first in Blizzard Entertainment's new 4-part series of animated shorts called Afterlives. Enjoy.
И Blizzard сказали вроде.
Blizzard. Warcraft. Прикольно. Новый Warcraft, что ли?
Вроде да.
Да. Новая вселенная, видишь? Бластон. Бластон.
Where am I? Welcome to Bastion. You led a truly selfless life, and for that, you have been chosen. Chosen? To shed your mortal burdens and join the ranks of the Ascended, serving to ferry the souls of the dead unto the Shadowlands. I serve the light, and my work is not done. There is an evil that must be... There is no evil here. The darkness was sealed within the Maw long ago. You're wrong. He destroyed my home, murdered my people and my king. He must be punished. You are an aspirant now. You must accept your new purpose and purge yourself of this desire for vengeance. What I desire is justice.
Devos, why are you choosing this soul? It is beneath your station as a paragon.
He cannot let go. He continues to demand retribution for his death.
And this concerns you? Many souls take eons to ascend.
Yes, but this one seems broken, Thenios. Unlike any soul I have seen, I have begun to wonder whether he was deemed worthy of Bastion. By mistake.
Be careful, Devos. I would not let the Archon hear such a thought. In time, he will forget. Trust our ways. Trust the path.
Devos, how long must we train? Until we are ready to ascend. And what is keeping me from ascension? Nothing but the memory of your mortal life. How can I forget when I can still feel his blade? Your soul is wounded? Who did this to you? He was my student. He betrayed us all. Show me. The runes on his blade were unmistakable. This dark agent runs free on a mortal world with the power of the Maw itself in hand. Our realm is imperiled.
Impossible. The Maw is inescapable. You must
return
to the path.
If he had purged his life, we never would have known of this calamity. The path is flawed. Enough!
Никак, это видно только комиксы просто. Просто озвученные картинки.
Посмотрим, как сама игра будет.
As you command, my Archon.
Да, в Ведьмаке тоже такие заставки были с комиксами.
Uther, the time of your ascension has come. I thought I was not ready.
Do you wish to see him punished?
I do.
Then prepare yourself.
Человек.
The moment he falls,
Больше камнем.
I see. Only darkness. Now, cast him into the maw. Return him to the darkness he served. His eternal suffering awaits.
He was my student.
Remember what he did, and take your vengeance.
Not vengeance. Justice.
Виноват. Warcraft. Что-то интересно, даже.
Hope you guys enjoyed that exclusive look at Bastion. Now, we know many of you can't wait to experience Shadowlands, and our friends at Blizzard want you to know the wait is almost over.
На Андрюху посмотрел.
О.
Опять какие-то крылатые. А, нет, это то же самое. А, это уже геймплей.
Как будет выглядеть на самом деле все это?
Красочно так. Заманчиво. Заманчиво, прям как ММО.
Это и есть ММО. Это дополнение, походу, Женя.
А разве оно не называется World of Warcraft, а не просто Warcraft?
Не, мне кажется, это просто дополнение, да, World of Warcraft.
Возможно. Это Андрюху надо спросить, он шарит в этом.
Ну да.
А, да, это World of Warcraft.
Это же как дополнение, Жень.
Это не просто Warcraft.
October 27th, it is official, and we have so much more opening night live still to go
Завтра
for you.
будет идти
Ratchet and
сегодня.
Clank,
А,
PlayStation
завтра,
5,
да, 27 будет.
much more.
Да какой же он будет идти?
But now it's time
Даже
for
3
the
дня, кажется.
announcement of a
3
new
дня.
universe that is coming to gaming
Это
for the
30.
first time with a project from a Canadian studio. Check this out.
Что-то канадское будет сейчас.
They have returned. They corrupted. Divided. Conquered.
Канадские игры я не знаю ни одной. Даже компании их не знаю ни одной.
Were thrown open. Our last remaining hope. The storm-faced Eternals. Vengeance made manifest.
Что-то с драконами.
Ну да, походу да. Смешно это сделали.
А, это Вархаммер.
Я даже такого не знаю. Подожди. Вспомнил. Играл немножко. Как минимум полчаса.
Now, you guys may remember back in June I had some vast fun with my buddy Crash Bandicoot announcing Crash 4 It's About Time. With the game coming in October, Crash, of course, had to come back for opening night live. So let's bring him out, everybody. Crash Bandicoot. What?
What?
He's where?
No. Германия.
О, это Кёльн.
Никого нет. Я зайду.
Да, никто не пришел, блин.
А где все?
Crash apparently didn't get the memo about Gamescom, but to tell us more about what we just saw, I'm joined by Lou Studdert from Toys for Bob. Lou, what did we see there with Crash and the Gamescom bot?
Apparently you saw Warcraft cologne, but what he was hinting at was kind of our reveal of what we call Flashback Tapes, which are a brand new style of level that we are announcing here today.
Okay, so how do these flashback levels kind of play into the overall Crash 4 narrative?
Yeah, so the way that the flashback tape levels work is that they are kind of a peek back in time to the 90s when Neo Cortex was actually testing on Crash and Coco before the events of Crash Bandicoot 1. And they're kind of these devious puzzle rooms that we've made, and they're really hard, and they're really awesome, and they're super creative, and we can't wait to get people's hands on them.
Yeah, no, I got to play a demo of this a few weeks ago, and that was a challenge, so I can't imagine how nefarious these are. How are they going to be sort of integrated into the game? Are they optional, like offshoot stuff, or how do you get to them?
Sure, so players actually have to collect the flashback tapes in the levels themselves. They're an object that they can pick up, and to actually pick them up, they have to reach them in the level without dying. It's kind of our homage to the death routes from the original trilogy. So players have to reach these objects in the level, pick them up, and then once they get them, they'll get access to these unique levels.
So beyond the pure challenge, what other fun? How are these fun for players to kind of experience, and what do they get to do in them?
Sure. So one of the things that we did was we actually used these as, like I said, puzzle rooms, really kind of fun, nefarious, devious ways for Crash to really express that pure platforming kind of aspect of gameplay that we know and love about the franchise. But then narratively for us, it was really cool to layer in kind of a unique perspective to the franchise. This is the moment when Cortex is really excited about the prospect of Crash being on his team, because Crash was originally created by Cortex, and so this is a weird point in time that's never really been explored in the games before.
Awesome. All right, well, Crash 4, it's about time. Looks phenomenal, Lou. We cannot wait to check it out in October. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right, well, we will be right back after this for more Gamescom Opening Night Live.
I have become terror. The unseen predator. A rupture that obliterates without warning. Alone, the hordes of Enoch will fall before me. But together, this entire planet will fear us. The anomaly alters us, each in our own ways, yet we are drawn down the same road, into the dark heart of creation. 'Cause I feel the way you feel. We will find the source, whatever it holds, whatever it takes.
To the hyperscape. Enter a contender.
Yes, ikuzo.
Dream as a champion.
This is it.
Time to party.
покажи.
Да.
Что-нибудь интересное пропустил?
Welcome to Necromunda. I can see you're new here. Let me get you up to speed. The Underhive's named well. A sprawl of humanity suffering away like ants. Deep underground where we ain't causing trouble for the rich boys and girls, no matter how loud we are. And do we ever make some noise? Every Orlok says they could shoot the tail off a lashworm and they'd splash your head from 20 paces for saying they couldn't. I don't want to say immortal, but when their armor, blood, skin and will are of iron, it's a potent combo. Someone like you want to know about an all-female gang of psychopaths, drug dealers, killers, cloners and... Oh, makes sense. And Escher will cut you up just for the fun of it. Goliaths are big. That's it. Anything smaller than them doesn't deserve to live. And they're just as happy filling you with lead as they are smashing you to pieces with a power maul. Now, mixing that whole pot together in a place like this, you can imagine what happens. Chaos, gang warfare, for wealth, for power. Hell, sometimes just for fun. So,
Уж целый день стримить назовешь. Тайна жизнь моего кота.
O futuro dos jogos, além de realidades virtuais extremamente fidedignas e realistas, eu acho que também se encontra em formas mais expressivas e absurdas, quebrando cada vez mais esses paradigmas de formato de videogame que a gente tem e sendo usado mais do que nunca como uma ferramenta de expressão artística.
I envision the future of gaming to be quite bright and quite online.
The next generation of console will clearly allow AAA and indie developers to build more creative-driven games that I hope will cover more diverse subjects.
I want to play all kinds of stories about people and places, both real and imagined. I want comedy games, I want autobiographical games. I really want to see what people can do with media.
Pro futuro dos games, eu vejo uma evolução obviamente gráfica, mas eu vejo ainda mais evolução na inteligência artificial e na maneira com a qual a gente interage com os games, tudo em busca de experiências mais imersivas.
You know, one of the things I love about opening night is that we can show you the biggest games in the industry and also smaller titles that should be on your radar. So pay attention to this next game. It comes from a team of two in Sweden, Tuxedo Labs. Over the past 3 years, developer Dennis Gustafsson has built his own game engine to realize his vision for a fully destructible game world. What he's building has absolutely blown me away, so I asked Dennis to prepare a special trailer just for tonight. I hope you're equally inspired by the ideas in this next game. Definitely one to watch. Teardown.
Это волки, что ли, опять? С носа. Майнкрафт.
Чё?
Ты это видишь?
Да.
Что за жир?
Да я не думаю, что Майнкрафт. Че же знаешь, сколько клоунов Майнкрафта?
Сколько?
Фига. Это не Майнкрафт, даже текстуры другие. Мяу-мяу.
Спать хочет.
Иди жрать.
Так же вроде бы есть.
Кто-то пишет, что это типа Майнкрафт, соединенная с Fortnite.
Сейчас что-то будет. А нет.
Ярдаун, ага.
Last year at Opening Night Live, we announced Little Nightmares 2 to the world. Well, the team at Tarsier Studios hasn't shown anything since. That changes right now. Here is a first look at the gameplay of Little Nightmares 2, which is coming next February, with more to come throughout the week at Gamescom, including a live demo on Gamescom Studio tomorrow.
Спасибо, что были со мной на этом видео. Смотрели, вспоминали твои моменты. Как тебе Gamescom? Объясни своими словами, Жень.
Ну, пока интересно, но это только начало. Посмотрим, что будет в следующие дни. Надеюсь, что будут всякие демки для скачивания, всякие вкусняшки для тех, кто зарегистрировался.
Ну, ты как обновила, посмотришь?
Бывает.
Хотя вот это ты как обновить. Когда вот два экрана даже смотришь в один экран. Я другой экран сейчас смотрю. Думаю, здесь обновляю, да? На самом деле здесь обновляю. Ух ты, пацаны.
Страшно.
Какое страшно.
Смотри, это такой страшный, даже это пакетную голову одел.
Это последний игрушку смотрит. Я ложусь. Если бы завтра не работал.
I'm WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler, and I'm reuniting with my old buddy Mauro Ranallo to bring you all the over-the-top action in WWE 2K Battleground.
Спасибо, что были со мной. Спасибо, Жень, что ты со мной посидела. Спасибо. Всем до свидания.
Всем пока.